Ho, 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 ho.
Santa Katic!
You are not little petite Bobby anymore.
No, I'm a big boy. And you know what I want for this Christmas,
What?
Mikey? I want to have a great Wake Up Barstool Friday, okay? We got the team back. We got Dana, Megan, Mikey. We got Chris Fallica stopping by. We also talked to Vandy head coach Clark Lee. Plus, College Football Championship Week and a Thursday Night Football recap. And it all starts now on FS1. What's happening, guys? Let's go. It's Friday. And the boys are back in town.
Let's
we got
go.
Michael Katic, Dana Beers, Megan Makin Money, as always, in the produce chair here on Friday. We got the money corner coming up. Didn't even get to that in the cold open. How's everyone doing today, guys? We feeling good?
Good.
Woo.
So good. I'm so happy to be back. I missed like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been sad.
I missed the crew.
It's always been great. It's always great. And Chief did a great job of filling in, but it's definitely nice when we have the full Big Boys crew here for the show.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so obviously massive weekend for you, Mikey.
Yes.
Championship week,
Yes.
Indiana,
Yes.
Ohio State. First time I believe we had number 1 and number 2 in the conference championship since 2006, guys. So again, I know we'll have the conversation about the stakes. Are there stakes? Are there not stakes? But don't take this thing for granted, okay? These are two undefeated superpowers, teams that statistically have been the best in all of college football throughout the entirety of the year. And now they're squaring up for a Big Ten championship. I guess we're here. I didn't mean to lead to this, but I guess we're here, Mikey. So let's get an early temperature check before we go too in-depth in this game, because we're going to go to the crawler corner. Coming up next, break down some film on these two teams. But where's your head at?
Well,
because generally I thought I was sensing nervousness recently, but I'm actually getting a little bit of
I'm happy.
confidence from you.
Like those words that you just said to describe this game have never been said about Indiana. Ever.
It's true.
So just that alone makes me happy.
Okay.
Because my whole career I wanted to build to the point that we are now.
Yeah.
So it's so happy to see all the boys playing so well. I mean, I'm just so excited to get down there. I'm leaving today. I'm going down to Indy, staying at a friend's house, and then hanging out with all the older boys that I came in with when I early enrolled. So I'm really excited for that tomorrow. And yeah, gonna cheer on the boys.
Excited for you.
It's
I am
incredible.
too. So we'll get into the game more in depth in a bit. But as we kind of alluded to, that is not an elimination game. What was an elimination game for all intents and purposes last night was Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
Cowboys at Lions, and unfortunately for Dim Boys, it looks like another season that's going to end in disappointment. As the group that we have celebrated as being turned around post Quinnen Williams, the Cowboys defense lets them down when they needed it the most. But look, every show is going to start with the Cowboys here, and we'll definitely get into them. But let's celebrate the Lions a little bit. They have not lost 2 games in a row in over 3 years.
Incredible.
Like, you want to talk about culture, stats, like a single thing you can point to talk about the culture that you built, a winning culture. Shout out Dan Campbell and the Lions for every single time they lose, finding a way to get off the mat, mitigate the damage, and come back with a big win the next week.
Bounce back Kings.
Never seen anything like it.
We've kind of been waiting for them to turn the corner a little bit. I feel like last night might have been that game for them. I mean, it looked like they could do whatever they wanted on offense.
Yeah.
Granted, this Dallas defense isn't great. They've actually been really bad. But it's kind of like we've been just waiting for these Lions to show up. The offensive juggernaut that we've seen in years past, the team that last year felt like they could do whatever they want on offense, we saw it last night. And if you're a Lions fan, I think you got to have a little bit of faith that this was kind of like that game that gives you the momentum to keep going. They still are alive in the NFC North if they just keep winning. But yeah, that's the game we've been waiting to see out of these Detroit Lions.
The Lions are just so odd to me because you see a game like last night with J-Mo and Jahmyr Gibbs, and they look so dominant. Dave Montgomery getting involved as well. And you're like, oh, man, okay, yeah, they're back. But they keep doing that this year where they have one of these and then they misstep. Be interested to see if they can keep going forward. One thing that definitely stood out to me last night, as I said, a lot made of the Quentin Williams addition to the Cowboys. That Lions offensive line was fantastic. Mm-hmm. Tate Ratledge, the rookie on the right side, wearing 69, continues to be a massive game changer. Coming out of UGA, mullet it up, wearing 69. Him and Penei Sewell are just a couple of monsters.
I think that's a
there
guy
on that right side.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a guy we could hang out with.
Easily.
The weapons that this offense has is actually absurd.
Yeah.
I mean, you have probably one of the best backfields, not only like running north and south, but out of the backfield catching passes.
I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs is basically
incredible.
As much a receiver as running back. It's crazy how you can spread him out.
He can make people miss in the open field, out of the backfield, catching balls from Goff. It's incredible, dude.
Look at that play. You want to talk about blocking. Gibbs didn't even have to run on that one.
They do still need to win, I believe, 3 out of the last 4 to like really solidify themselves in the playoffs. So it's not like they're definitely not set right now, but that game last night, that was pretty much a loser goes home.
Well, you know, we were talking, and by the way, as far as like ESPN's like playoff percentages and whatnot, I believe the Cowboys are down to like 6%, Lions at 54. So yeah, the Lions a coin flip right now, keeping their hopes alive. Cowboys basically ex-nade. We were talking though before the show, and it's just crazy in the NFC right now, man. The playoff bar is so high.
Yeah.
Like, look at the Bears. They're the 1 seed, right? At 9-3. They're playing the Packers, 8-3-1.
I can't believe that.
I
can't believe that.
If you lose, though, you could go all the way down to the 7 seed.
Yep.
Like, if the Bears lose and the Niners, Packers, Seahawks all win, you're suddenly going to find yourself from 1 to 7.
In the hunt? How?
They're not. We talked about this on yesterday's show. We are officially, for all intents and purposes, on Wake Up Barstool, canceling the Falcons and Vikings.
Come on.
Yeah.
Get them out of here.
They are not. Cowboys are out too now. The Panthers
the
barely
Vikings,
hanging on.
Shout out to Carolina Panthers.
I know,
I know.
man.
They're fun.
Every week.
Like, that is
every
incredible.
Week, I keep looking at
How
their
many
records.
wins do they have
They're
last
7
year?
and 6. I don't even know.
2?
But I keep looking at them every week, and I say, how do they have that many wins? And it keeps going up.
Honestly, incredible.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, can I do this? Let me see something real quick.
iPad boy.
Ooh. Are we doing a live?
Well, I've screwed this all up. The
Look at us,
timing's
we're iPad
terrible.
guys.
This is all I was going to do.
I broke I cracked my iPad.
Sorry about it,
Sat on
Cowgirls. Later. Wait, you.
Oh.
He said,
Yeah, it's cracked. I sat on it.
You just sat on
I
it?
sat on it.
That's a
I
promo
didn't know
for
it was
the-
there.
Was it on a cushion?
It was on the couch, and I sat on it by accident. It's broken. I mean, yeah, you can kind of see.
That's a promo for the Big Boys Club if I've ever heard one.
Yeah. By the way, Big Boys Club. We're going to be releasing episodes Wednesdays at 9 a.m. now, so be on the lookout
Central,
for that.
9 a.m.
Yeah,
Barstool
you know, I've
Big
been,
Boys. Check it out.
I've been eating a lot lately.
I have too, dude.
Same.
Getting fat.
I've been in the
lock in.
for a couple weeks. I was doing like, okay, I'm gonna eat healthy. Now it's nothing till New Year.
So I keep telling myself I need to lock in as well, but I'm wondering. It's very cold outside. It's the Christmas season.
You're hibernating?
Maybe we don't lock in
Like
for a little bit.
hibernating.
yeah, I had a stuffed pepper last night. Ever heard of that?
No,
Oh,
So
it's a
They're
big
delicious.
stuffed bell pepper with like
Rice.
ground beef and
Rice.
rice in it.
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
Oh,
Then you put cheese and like tomato
good.
sauce.
I had
over
2
it.
actually. I don't know why I said 1. I had
Yeah,
2.
my mom sat me down and said I need to make some lifestyle changes. So
Saw me eat
the salad the other day.
Can you tell us the story? How did this go down?
Well, I got home for Thanksgiving break, and my mom, she's like, honey, like, Michael, I think you need to start maybe taking more care of yourself. I'm like, Mom, like, I know, like, I understand. Like, this job is hard to lose weight in. This job is tough when there's just food everywhere. And I'm a snacker, man. But she's like, yeah, Michael, like, seriously.
I love your impression of your mom.
Like, Mom, thank
You
you.
think she's
I
watching
know.
right now?
Yes, 100%. Love you, Mom.
Mama
I got a
Katic,
question.
We love you so much.
Can we pull up the Lions schedule remaining?
Yeah, let's pull up the line schedule.
I want to see who they got deal. I believe they're playing.
And then we'll get to some Cowboys, guys. Don't worry, audience. I know you love your Cowboys. Cowgirls.
Okay, Rams, Steelers, Vikings, Bears. That's not the easiest schedule,
No.
but they can probably take that game against the Vikings, and then I don't know. Maybe that last Week 18 game is like one of those.
That
one
could
of
be
those
a winning
high
get in.
stakes. That would be awesome.
Could absolutely be a
I feel
winning
like the
get
Lions
in.
always play
in
their
Chicago.
best ball, like at the end. Like Dan Campbell is like like the fourth quarter mindset.
Wait, but I agree, and that's the culture and everything. But I do love what you're setting up here, Dana. A potential Lions-Bears winner gets in. Lions being viewed as dome merchants, right? They can't play outside. All of a sudden, they could be in Chicago in the snow for the final game. Playoffs on the line. Ben Johnson looking for revenge.
How fun would that be?
After the Lions dominated them earlier this year. Man. All right. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. So the Dallas Cowgirls, we probably won't talk about them that much going forward, given that they are now eliminated, so it's probably time to have those conversations now. They couldn't protect Dak last night. Shout out Al-Qadim Muhammad. He comes up with a career-high 3 sacks. They sacked Dak 5 times in total. CD ends up getting concussed. Have you all seen the drama with George Pickens?
Yeah, Richard Sherman was.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that George Pickens, by the end of the game especially, was uninterested.
Yeah,
he sure looked like it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like a hot take, but it seemed like he was
just can't
completely out.
Like
there was a play at the end of the game that
you can't much do.
It was pretty much.
That's not as bad, but yeah, we got the play at the end of the game coming up.
Oh yeah, it was a deep ball, and it kind of just looked like he gave up on it a little bit. Yeah, this right here. So. I mean, I think he's just one of those receivers that if he's not having a good game, he checks out.
Yeah.
And that kind of seems like what was going on here.
I think that, and this is where you maybe see the cultures diverge a little bit in some ways. We talk about how resilient the Lions can be. When the Cowboys had some momentum, right, because they were down 27-9, they have some momentum, they're coming back, they get the big touchdown, they get the 2-point conversion, all of a sudden it's 30-27. What happens next? The Lions march down the field with absolutely no resistance. They go back up by 10, and to me, it just felt like Dallas's spirit was broken after that. I think that's when Pickens checked out.
I think it's one of those things that it's so hard mid-game to get on your boy for that, because obviously like these receivers are very emotional when they're playing, and like you can't really get in their head. Like they already like, and if you try to correct them or you try to like be a leader and get after their butt a little bit. They just fully give up, and like it's horrible. So,
production wants to know: is it just receivers in your view, or any player?
No, it's any player, but like you can't unless.
But receivers
unless it's
are more dramatic, to be fair.
Yes, but unless it's my boys, like the O-line, like that I'm a leader of, I'm not going to step out of my way to, because that's on their.
The quarterback, only the quarterback or a coach can do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Me and Katic have talked before about when kickers miss kicks. And sometimes you'll see the offensive lineman like give him a pat on the helmet.
Yeah,
I love anytime I see him miss now, Katic. It's like
never.
Miss
or make, I never.
He's mad.
You got one job. You got one job.
PAT and T-Bob, I think you know this. Like PAT and field goal is one of the worst plays ever.
Oh, it sucks.
You're just getting your face ran over.
You're just sacrificial.
And then they want us to go give a little nudge to the kicker. No, I'm heading off and getting water.
Just make the kick, dude.
Yeah.
Make the kick. I was always blessed, though. I actually lived with kickers, and shout out my guys, Crutch, Josh Asper, and they were always really good. So I never had any like bad kicker moments.
Were you on PAT field goal? Like,
yeah, oh yeah. You used to get, I was the position specifically where you just got run over.
Yeah.
And if you got run over, it wasn't bad.
Were you the Iron Cross? Were you
step in the post down and then come back and get the
so you're the
I was just the fattened calf.
Yeah, we called it the Iron Cross.
The Iron Cross. That's a way more badass name. Yes, exactly. All right. Anything else on that game last night? I think we pretty much covered it all. Sorry, Dallas. Your toughness failed you when you needed it the most. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and go to break. And then when we get back, we'll dive more into Ohio State, Indiana. We're going to the Crawler Corner. We still got to preview all of championship week in the college football slate coming up. We got Fallica, we got Clark Lee, we got a ton, we got the Money Corner, we got Dana teaching ball. So don't go anywhere. It's all going to be this morning on Wake Up Barstool. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. T-Bob, Meg, Dana, Mikey hanging out with you today. Here we go to Cabo. Get it? Because Dax says, here we go.
That good?
Yeah.
No?
And y'all's ass is going to Cabo, Cowgirls. Sorry about it. It was a fun few weeks.
You really hate the Cowboys.
It was the only team that I was raised to hate in my household.
Okay.
My My father had no real animus for any other NFL team, but he loathes the Dallas Cowgirls.
That's how Notre Dame was in my house.
You say animus?
Yes.
That's the whole thing. Like with Zach Martin, who played at Notre Dame and at the Cowboys. Everyone, he just played for the two most hated.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Easily.
Okay, let's go back to animus.
Wait, say that again.
Animus. He has no real animus for for any other NFL team.
It's just a word that has
I don't understand. It doesn't need to be
never
said.
crossed my desk once.
It doesn't need to be said.
Guys,
you know who you're sitting with.
Does it mean hostility?
Yes. No, look,
Guys that have no vocabulary
Animus.
whatsoever.
Animus. Look at you, Dana. What did you just say?
Hostility.
Animus, hostility, or ill feeling.
Okay.
There you go, dude.
Okay, then why don't
there
you say-
go.
Where did you read dictionaries or something?
No, I don't know. I've read a lot. I just like reading a lot. But I think you can read anything. You don't have to read I think even if you're reading comic books, it's good.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just we can't let animus go by.
Yeah, no.
Why? We do. It's a bit that we do in
Me
the
and
big
you
boys.
can't
You
sit
just
here
know
and act.
who you're sitting
Me
with.
and you can't sit here and act like we know what he was saying when he said animus.
Honestly,
You did
I was
know
already.
that.
did.
You
but,
did.
But I don't want to sit here and act like I've heard that word.
Yeah,
in
like
my
I was
life.
already thinking about what I'm gonna say next, so that kind of went in one ear
Look,
out
guys,
the other.
his name is T-Bob. He's from Louisiana.
Yep.
He's got to come off as well-read.
Like,
He
why
can't
can't
just
you
come
just
off
be
as
like
a
the-
Yeah, I'm
dumbass.
fighting
Why
stereotypes
can't you
here.
just be the
Dude.
guy from Waterboy?
Bobby Boucher.
Look,
Come on, we understand you a lot better.
It
What,
is-
animus?
Guys, this is an entire bit that we do in the Big Boys Club. Where we have a vocab.
Which comes out Wednesdays now, 9 a.m. Central.
So
Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube.
I did though. I did. When we started doing SAT vocab prep, I just like genuinely enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I genuinely love it.
Words.
I learned to love the feel of good words.
Big words are cool. I just don't have that in my repertoire, huh?
Repertoire. Look at you. Look at that. All right. Let's get into the other thing I have in my bag besides words is college football.
Yeah.
That's all I really care about.
Absolutely.
Same.
And so let's talk coaches, because we promised you all season long this was going to be the most insane coaching carousel that we've ever seen. It has not disappointed, right? Too many jobs held firm last season, meaning the forest was ripe for a burning. The latest, the team that's kind of taking center stage right now is Penn State. We'll get to all the hires in a second. But Penn State, man, what an absurd season this has been.
Horrible offseason. for the
National
boys.
championship favorites coming into the year. Immediate and brutal disappointment losing to Oregon in the whiteout game, but it's so good.
Makes me
It's so
so
good.
happy.
Then the spiral happens. Then they fire James Franklin. A bit of a controversial firing in many ways, but everybody said, okay, well, they're first to the party, though. In a day and age where a lot of teams are going to be looking for a head coach, Penn State's there first, so they have a head start on everybody. Well, why in the hell, then, is Penn State the only team still without a coach?
Honestly, that's on the athletic department. That is on the AD.
Yep.
He has to be working day and night, especially a program like that. Like Penn State really doesn't have many other good sports. Like you got to focus on everything on football, and him just not having any urgency to get a coach is mind-boggling.
And now it appears like Matt Campbell of Iowa State has entered as the kind of latest target. And this is no disrespect to Campbell, because I think Campbell's a very good coach. And I've doubted Campbell in the past, and he comes back and he proves me wrong every few years. Like, he is really, really solid. But unfortunately for Penn State fans, whoever they hire is going to be deemed unsatisfactory.
Yeah.
Like the idea of winning the narrative or winning the press conference, that went out the window a long time ago. Does not matter who they hire now. Maybe if you could back into a Kalen DeBoer, that would be your golden ticket, kind of Hail Mary. Maybe they get dominated by Georgia or something. Playoff committee decides they keep him out. No, I know. I'm just saying that's the only thing I could think of that would make fans happy. What's going to be crazy is if Matt Campbell, is it your turn on the town bicycle? You get a ride too. They're going to get you paid as well. I mean, they got Kalani Sitake paid. They got Matt Rule paid. It just feels like people are just using and abusing this poor Penn State program. Oh, and they had 3 signees. In their signing class.
If you were to give a top 3 candidate list for Penn State right now,
Doesn't matter.
In terms of realistic, an actual coach that could end up there.
I mean, dude, honestly,
Harry Smith?
Megan, who do you think? There's somebody that we've talked about a lot.
I'm not saying. Nope. Not saying any names.
Brian Kelly?
Right? Why wouldn't you hire Brian Kelly?
I feel like
I don't think he deserves a job.
The fact that, I will say this, the fact that Brian Kelly to Penn State is not being talked about more, I think tells us that it's not just fans viewing him as losing his fastball, but maybe the football intelligentsia as well.
You got to free his boy, you know? Free the boy.
Wait.
Free the boy.
What's that one? Say it one more time.
Doesn't matter.
Intelligent.
All right,
Throw a name out there?
Wait,
Throw a name
Yeah, throw a name out there.
Jeff Brom.
Sure, but see, this is kind of my point. Matt Campbell, Jeff Brom.
Yeah.
It's all the same guy.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's not bad. They're good coaches.
Do Penn State fans have like any type of just, I don't know what the word is, but like any hope here of like landing somebody that will truly be a difference?
No, that's what I'm saying. Well, to be clear, like, I think hiring is. We all love to say lines like hire the best guy, do this or that. Like, hello, it's not that easy, right? Draft the best quarterback. Okay, teams commit millions and millions of dollars into figuring out who the best quarterback is, only for one guy to boom, one guy to bust. Like we don't know. We don't know. So Campbell could go there and maybe he gets him across the finish line.
Right.
Maybe Brom does. But they're not going to be able to hire anyone, I don't think, that will make people excited from the jump. Like, that coach is going to be starting behind the narrative, and he's going to have to win the fans over.
They got to find like a Sean McVay. Just a young,
the Wunderkind.
a guy.
I have a question.
An
Yes.
up-and-comer.
So obviously, like, I'm not super locked into Penn State football.
Yeah.
Why would I be? Why is it not a wanted job? Like, why are they just kind of sitting there? Like,
I kind of maybe go back to a bit of what Katic said. I put this on the administration in a lot of ways.
If they were ranked number one coming in, like obviously it is a good job in terms. Like, so it's like, why has no one kind of drifted towards?
It didn't seem like they had much of a plan post-Franklin. Like, what was their plan? Matt Rule? Like, honestly, Penn State should have had a mega package like lined up for maybe like a Lincoln Riley if they wanted something like that, or Kalen DeBoer. Like they
I guess just with all the jobs available, that seems like one of the higher end jobs, like one of like a big coach would want to go there.
No, you're right. No,
But
it should be.
It is a high end job, but it's also a high pressure job. Like, the fan base is such a culty fan base that if you don't get 10 wins, they will hate you.
Yeah.
Like, they will hate you. And like, so a lot of coaches don't want to put their neck on the line to get 8-9 wins, and then you're still not good enough. Like,
Right.
Again, I think too, so many of these coaches hires come from the administration making the coach feel comfortable in their vision and their belief. Right now, Penn State feels like an administration that is chaotic and all over the place and discombobulated, and so guys are just using them for more money.
There was a team in the Bayou that seemed like that just a month back. Look where we're at now.
I mean, look, LSU appeared to be a massive dumpster fire, but for better or worse, when the governor starts to take the lead and then like everybody below him was put in place by that guy, if nothing else, you have a coherent vision, right? Like, it's the old saying, I'd rather have 11 guys doing the same wrong thing than 10 guys doing the right thing and one guy doing the wrong thing. Like, do the wrong thing on the same page at least.
Yeah.
All right. So sorry, we ended up going way too long on Penn State. We'll still get our championship games, get other coaches, but for now, it's time for our favorite Friday game, guys. It's time for a little smash or pass.
Let's go.
And I believe this is maybe holiday adjacent edition, but maybe I'm wrong there.
Ooh.
Oh,
Smash.
Tzatziki.
Smash.
Absolute double smash.
So good.
Hearing some.
I will have it, but I don't love it.
It's not sought out.
I love it.
If it's there and it's
But that's not a
part of-
smash. That's
if
not
it's
a
part
smash,
of the
though.
dish, and maybe I'll dip a pita in there, but I don't love it.
Is it
kind of tastes like
cucumber-based,
cucumber.
Yeah, it's cucumber, dill, yogurt.
Oh, it's so good.
Fantastic.
Cucumber doesn't have the
Little
best.
olive oil.
I won't have a Euro without tzatziki.
Agreed. You have to have a little bit of like
What?
lube to get the food down your throat.
Yeah. Wait, what? You're coming at me? Did you see her?
No.
You gotta have food lube to like get it down your throat. Like mayonnaise, like condiments. Condiments are food lube.
See, guys, that's why we're going to get the rating on ratings on Friday.
God.
That's what I'm talking about,
Good
Meg.
point.
Oh, there's gonna be some sick guys out there.
Don't be sick. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's just
Helps
food
get it
lube.
down your
Yeah,
throat.
I agree.
Get down my throat.
God, oh my God.
next.
I love Greek food. All right, Spam.
I'll pass.
This is on my list of things to try.
Smash.
Fry it.
Never had it.
I will smash. Put that in the pan.
What exactly is it?
It's like bologna.
I think so.
I just don't like the
Processed
smell of
bologna or
it.
something?
I think it's in the same vein as like potted meat.
Yeah.
Which was like old school, just like all the leftover pieces, just kind of
scrap.
Yeah, like I don't think, and it's traditionally like a cheaper food. Like when I was growing up, Spam was like a pop culture joke, like with fruitcake and everything else. Like nobody likes it, but my grandpa used to make a fire-ass Spam.
My dad
spaghetti.
loved it. It's so much.
Yeah, I like it.
Popular in like Japanese culture.
Yeah,
And
Hawaii's
Hawaiian.
bad.
Yeah,
They do Spam right.
And sushi.
So yeah, I'm a smash Spam guy.
I'm a smash.
Never had it, but I'm sure I'd smash.
I'll pass on it.
All right, what's next? What do we got? Gingerbread.
Pass.
I'm gonna say pass.
Really? I'm
smash.
I don't really like ginger
okay.
flavor.
They're okay, yeah.
It's okay, but like the problem with gingerbread is not that it's not impressive. They're like a really good team that just has a couple of superpowers in the conference that are just much better.
Yeah.
Like a chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
Traditional Christmas sugar cookie.
If
It's
you
not
put out
gingerbread's
10
fault.
different cookies, you're not going to reach for ginger.
No.
I feel bad eating that little guy. Look at him. He looks so cute.
I don't. I'm going for the head first.
All right, what do we got next? Baked brie.
Oh, yes.
I love
smash.
Could I smash it any harder?
Ever had brie
Oh,
cheese?
God.
Very good.
Oh, Dana, you would
gotta
love
try
a
that
baked
next.
brie,
That's
some
a cracker.
bacon, and some
It's like
like
a very
maple jelly.
creamy cheese.
Wait,
So
Dana, you're
on the
telling me-
outside, it's hard, and the inside's very creamy.
You know what I've been doing lately?
What is it, Katic?
Creamy.
Just the nachos that you make at home and you just dump cheese on top.
Yeah.
Been
Microwave
doing
nachos.
that a lot lately.
Microwave nachos?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Sometimes it's just needed. Sometimes it's just needed. It's lazy. It tastes great. But no, I mean, given that your first viral moment on WUB was your
Cheese?
soliloquy about cheese,
Never had brie.
stumbling into an FC cheese violation, you need to have some bacon.
You guys should see the bag of cheese I have in my fridge.
Just a massive
It's
bag.
bigger than my torso.
Every time I reach in to grab a pinch of cheese out of the bag, I think about you.
Yeah, you too.
I took a nap on the couch yesterday, and I woke up, and the whole bag of cheese was eaten by my kids. they just all three of them just went
They're like
to
that.
town.
They're like that.
We gotta stop talking about cheese because I'm gonna swear again.
Bro, you need some baked brie. All right, what's next? Smash during the holiday season.
Can I say I don't?
One, maybe two. One, maybe two.
I don't. Maybe I've had this like once in my life.
Katic, you toss a little liquor in there.
Exactly.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a great way if you're having some drinks. It's a great starter drink. Something maybe a little tasty, little holiday.
Can't have more than-
Like,
can't have
apple
more than-
cider.
No, can't
or
have more
like
than
a-
It's just never. It was
hot
never in my
chocolate.
family's like fridge drink.
Cannot have more than two.
Wait, Meg, what?
I like an apple cider with a little spike, or
Yeah.
like a hot chocolate with like the peppermint schnapps in it. That was
Yep.
like the first
Oh,
drink my parents gave
interesting.
me for like before I could actually.
I've never had alcohol with hot chocolate.
So
and
good.
I've never
Baileys.
really had much apple cider, actually.
Wait, have you never had like a mudslide?
What's a mudslide?
Oh,
It's like
Sounds
a
hot.
chocolate like daiquiri like rum. It's got a bunch of chocolate in it.
No.
it's like a chocolate milkshake just pounded with liquor.
Oh, okay. I mean, that
You ever
sounds
used to
great.
do that thing when you would sit down and someone would pour a shot in your mouth and then pour
Like an
truffle
upside down.
sauce.
Oh,
They
no.
call it a haircut, right?
Yeah.
It's a haircut.
That's a fun one. I'll do that with you this
All right,
Christmas.
please.
We used to call it an upside down margarita, where you would pour the mix and the tequila just straight in the mouth. Like that. Smash or pass, fruitcake.
Never had.
Never had it.
I'm gonna pass.
I'm going to say pass as well. I don't think I've ever had it.
Does it taste like fruit?
I don't know. Maybe we need a Dana
If it
tries.
does taste like fruit, pass.
Boys tries. Tastes like Katic. All right, come on next. Let's close out hour number one. We still got the money corner to close it out. We got Chris Fallica coming up as well as Clark Lee. Don't go anywhere. Wake Up Barstool. We'll be right back. Happy Friday, guys.
Woo!
Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. It's time. We do it every Friday in hour number one. Our girl Megan Makin Money in the money corner. Meg, what you got, girl?
Ooh, I like that.
You like that graphic? It's
ripped.
nice. It's good to be back, everyone. Happy championship weekend. First on the docket, we have Tulane, North Texas. I kind of wanted to take Tulane here. Obviously, if they win this game, they are the representative of the group of 5. However, North Texas is a tough team, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bet on Retzloff, which is Tulane's quarterback. He's great through the air, but better through the ground. He is leading this team in rushing yards and has 14 touchdowns. We're going to take him over 34 rushing yards in that game.
Let's go. Shout out. Oy vey.
Yes, sir. Up next, I'm going to go with Boise. They have a very potent attack with a running game that's one of the best in the country, and they're almost as good through the air as they are on the ground. You know, UNLV has one of the worst run defenses in the country, and their secondary really isn't much better. Though they've won 4 straight, we're still going to stick with Boise here, minus the 4.5.
There's a name. Dan Mullen.
Oh.
UNLV's offense is awesome.
True.
If I was Penn State, I'd be kicking those tires. All right, go ahead.
Up next, thick line delay. Texas Tech minus 12.5. Obviously, these teams saw each other back November 8th. And Texas Tech scored in every single quarter. Final score is 29-7. I understand this is the Big 12 championship. BYU should probably put up more points. But with that balanced offense between Morton and Dickey, in addition to the defense that ranks 3rd just behind Ohio State and the Hoosiers.
Right.
I love this spread, and not to mention it's Jerry World, going to be packed with a bunch of Red Raider fans.
I know, it's like I love BYU, and I actually think BYU should be ahead, a lot of the big names that are ahead of them. But damn, they shut down LJ Martin first time around, did the Red Raiders.
I'm actually going to be there.
Are you really?
I'm going to be there, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Randomly,
dude.
very
That's
random.
sick.
You and Big Ev's going as well.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Hell yeah, dude.
Very excited to see that game.
Last 2 picks, I'll be quick. In Georgia, Bama, we're going to go with the under 47.5.
Okay.
I think these are
interesting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of maintaining clock, trying to eat the ground. You don't want to put the ball in either one of those quarterbacks' hands. So I think it's going to be a conservative game. I think it's going to be awesome, but conservative. Under 47.5. And last up, we're going to go with
Hoosiers.
I'm just saying that I like Mendoza better than Julian saying.
Why is that?
Just if
He may or may not be your cousin.
Maybe. I don't know. I understand Ohio State.
Is there bias involved here?
No.
Look, Ohio State has the pedigree, and I understand we really haven't talked a lot about them because they've been leaps and bounds better than the entire field. But 2 things that you can't teach is heart and moxie. And this Indiana team.
Yeah, go ahead now.
They get punched in the mouth and come back swinging. We're going to take the Hoosiers plus the 4. We're going to hope that they win outright. And one last time,
Hoosiers!
let's go!
Real talk, Ohio State ain't been punched in the mouth yet.
No.
So we go see Chris Fallica, the Bear, coming up next. Welcome back, guys. This is Wake Up Barstool and FS1. We hope you're having a great Friday. And right now, we love doing this every Friday. Our best friend of the show, it's Chris Fallica, the Bear, joining us live from Indy. Massive Big Ten championship coming up tomorrow. Really excited to watch him on Big Noon. Bear, what's happening, man? How we doing this Friday?
Well, we're doing great. Always good to start the weekend amongst friends here and
Yeah.
and loved. So yeah, the feeling is mutual. What's going on?
Okay, so before we get into the games themselves, a lot of coaching hires going down, unless you're Penn State. Then you're just involved in just a quagmire of disaster. 2 thoughts from you.
Quagmire.
Is how do you feel about the Lane Kiffin hire? Was that a home run? And if it is there another home run in this coaching cycle for you?
Oh, it's absolutely a home run hire. I mean, you can see already with the recruiting and the direction that the program and look, this is about to get real for LSU in terms of we thought the NIL budget and the recruiting and the talent level was there already. It's about to go up another level, and I know it's talking to Mark Ingram in Alabama. He's quite concerned about what's about to go on in Baton Rouge.
Yes.
So,
I love that,
whether
Bear.
that translates to a national title, we'll see. But yeah, it's a home run hire. I mean, Lane is a lightning rod for the sport. I love Lane. Of course, it was going to end ugly when you're dealing with 2 rivals like that. But it's a great hire for LSU, and I am happy that Lane and Ole Miss both kind of came to their senses a little bit, letting Charlie Weiss Jr.
Yes.
coach in the playoff. It's the best result for both schools. The other home run,
Yeah.
I would say James Franklin is a home run for Virginia Tech.
Very true.
You've already seen Virginia Tech basically get Penn State's entire recruiting class, and he's getting 4 and 5 stars in there that Virginia Tech certainly wouldn't have had access to with Brett Pry and whoever else, Justin Fuente and that. So we'll see what happens on the field. But we made the argument when Penn State fired him about, okay, there are probably 120 schools out there that would love to be in the situation that Penn State's been in with James Franklin, winning 10 or 11 games a year, going 10-2, 11-2 or whatever, and being in the college football playoff mix and competing for titles and finishing in the top 10 every year. And that wasn't good enough for Penn State. They moved on, and we've seen that coaching vacancy. While it was one of the first ones open, it is one of the last ones open too.
Yeah, I mean, first to the party, can't find anybody to dance with, though. Sad, sad state of affairs. All right, getting into some championship games this weekend. Let's start with where big news is going to be the Big Ten Championship. First time since 06, those old Florida-Alabama battles, Bear, that we have a 1v2 in the conference championship. And it's an odd game because the playoff stakes are not that high. And I think that's causing people to maybe poo-poo it a bit. But again, you're talking about two 12-0 teams that have clearly been the most dominant in the entire country. How excited are you? Where's your head at? Do the stakes take away from you at all here in tomorrow's game?
No, not at all, because I'm really curious from both ends. I mean, of the spectrum here. It's the biggest game in Indiana history.
Yeah.
When is Indiana again going to have, and they'll probably tell you we're going to expect to do this every year, but it's not going to happen, to be 13-0, win the Big Ten title, and be the number 1 team in the country going into the college football playoff. It's a massive opportunity for the Hoosiers. And at the same time, you have to wonder a little bit where Ohio State is on the mental aspect and the how much they have left in the tank for this one, because it's a terrible sandwich spot for them. You put everything and invest everything in beating Michigan and ending that losing streak, and you do that last week. Now you know you're going to the playoff and you're going to have a first-round bye regardless of what happens tomorrow here in Indy to defend your national title. And I know Ohio State hasn't won a Big Ten title in quite some time, but it's clear the game, I would think, means a little bit more, and Indiana will be a little bit ramped up. But I can't. I'm sorry, Megan. I can't do it. I'm on the other side here with Ohio State. I just think they are better. And in some of these big games that Indiana has had this year, they have really had a lot of trouble running the ball. And against that Ohio State defense, which is great up front, haven't allowed more than 16 points in a game all year, I do think Ohio State does win the game by around a touchdown.
So like you said, my keys for Indiana to win is obviously to establish a run. And like you said, it's going to be hard to do that against, the Ohio State front. What are some other keys to victory you see on both sides, Indiana and Ohio State, just to kind of give them the nudge?
Well, it'll be interesting to see how Mendoza plays. I mean, you look at the Iowa game, you look at the Penn State game. Even last week they blew him out. He hasn't necessarily been fantastic. He had the signature moment against Penn State with that drive, which was fantastic, obviously. And then after throwing the pick 6 against Oregon, he came back and led them right back down the field. So I think his play obviously is key. And then on the other side with Ohio State, can they continue the elevation of their running game? We had a lot of questions about their running game entering last week, and then they went ahead and did it. I heard you guys talking about the game and break about them really not being punched in the mouth this season. And I think they were a little bit. Last week there was a little bit of like, oh no, not again, when Michigan got up 6-0 in the game. But it felt like once Ohio State kind of normalized and balanced out and got that first touchdown, they were good. So I think they're confident. I think I like to think what is different about last year's Indiana-Ohio State game and this year's Indiana-Ohio State game. No, I think Mendoza is better than Rourke. But I think Ohio State, with the level that Smith and Tate are playing, I think it's ultimately going to be too much.
Probably another difference is that the center will actually be able to hear the snap count this year. You know?
So yeah, I was gonna say like
last year.
The O-line for sure has got to play better than last year. They can't have like a special teams debacle. And then Bear, the one statistical difference I could find, Indiana plus 17 in the turnover department, Ohio State plus 5. And if you're going to affect an upset, obviously, turnover is kind of key. So we'll see. All right, let's go to the SEC championship. Imagine this, Bear. It's Alabama and Georgia.
Go figure. When have we seen that before?
The more
Groundhog
things change, the more they remain the same. It's a credit to both these programs once again back in this spot. Now, we have the source Stu Feiner on every Wednesday, and I don't know if this has changed in the intervening 48 hours, but Stu told us that the Sharps were hammering Alabama here early on in terms of even though the public is all betting Georgia, the total number of bets, that the money is all on Bama. What's the read on this one?
That doesn't surprise me. I mean, the numbers with Kirby Smart against Alabama. What is it, 1-7, and DeBoer has won a couple of meetings.
Yep.
And that tracks with what we've seen in these conference championship games. If you go back in conference title game history, favorites of 3 points or fewer are 14-24 outright. So typically these underdogs, they just got to win by a field goal in order for us to cover. They typically not only don't cover, they typically lose the game outright. You look last year, you had a couple of games. Texas was a 2.5-point favorite against Georgia. They lost. SMU was a 1.5 favorite against Clemson. They lost. Iowa State was a 1.5 favorite against Arizona State. Lost. Louisville short favorite against a shorthanded Florida State team. Lost in 2023. So typically, you see minus 2.5 and you kind of get attracted to laying it. Kind of counterintuitive. You might want to take it. So, yeah, I think Bama is super live here to win this game. I like the first half under as the bet here. I found under 24.5 on FanDuel as a bet yesterday, a little extra juice. But you look at the second half of that first meeting between the Hedges there in Athens. Georgia really figured Alabama's offense out, completely shut them down. Georgia's defense has gotten better throughout the year. Ty Simpson, his level has dropped dramatically, as has the Alabama offense. Put Ryan Williams' face on the side of a milk carton with how he's been absent essentially all year. And then last week, look at Georgia's offense when Drew Bobo went out the center.
Yep.
Didn't do it. Hell, barely had 250 yards in that game against the Georgia Tech defense. It couldn't stop anybody leading up to that. So I think they're going to have trouble blocking Tim Keenan. I think it's a first half, a little bit of a feeling out period where both teams really don't want to make a mistake. So under 24.5 was the play that I had in this game.
I love that play. I'm glad you mentioned Drew Bobo. Bear, can you confirm or deny something that I heard many, many years ago, and I've just parroted it as truth, is that nothing makes a line move outside of quarterback, like the starting center being out. Have you ever heard that? Is that true?
I haven't, but it should be true. I mean, the center is responsible, obviously, for the snap and the protection coverage, right, and signaling down the line. That tracks with me.
What, is this a shot at me?
I don't know. No, I don't know why they just showed you. All right, Danny, go ahead.
Is the production trying to take a shot at
I
me?
think they were.
Now you're looking at someone that was quite the quality center in high school and never played it down at college football.
All right, Danny.
You want quality center play, then you're talking to the right guy here.
So the Big 12 championship down in Dallas this weekend, BYU, Texas Tech. This number 12.5 seems a little big. It seems a little scary to me. I'll be in the house. I'm just going to be rooting for points. Tell me if I'm crazy for that. I know the last time it was kind of just a blowout. It should have been a bigger win by Texas Tech the last time these two played. What are your thoughts on this Big 12 championship with the points and that big number you see?
I would lay it. I have no problem laying it. I don't know what changes from a BYU point of view from game one in the regular season to this one, especially if Chase Roberts, their best wide receiver, doesn't play or isn't healthy. Remember, he got hurt a couple of weeks back against UC, didn't play last week against UCF. I'm assuming they held him out in hopes that he was able to play. But without him, I just don't know how they're able to move the ball on a Tech front that's really, really good. And you alluded to it. It was 29-7 that first meeting, but it could have been much, much worse. I think they had 6 drives inside the 30 and like 3 very short field goals. So we were looking at 41, 42-7 or so. In actuality, I just don't look. I love that Kalani Sitake is staying with BYU, and I think maybe you're seeing a little bit of a public bump here. The motivation factor, BYU win or pull the upset or you stay close, and maybe they're in that mix to get an at-large into the college football playoff. But I just can't see this. Like, if you go back, I mean, double-digit favorites in Power 5 conference championship games. They've lost 26 straight times. You got to go back to the Florida State Virginia Tech game in 2005 to find the last double-digit favorite that won. Tech has been a money-making machine this year. 11-1 against the number.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm on the Red Raiders here. I can't really see an avenue to have
So
this game
fair.
be close.
Yeah, it's so crazy. First game, too, they kind of beat BYU at their own game. Like, they didn't run it super efficiently, but they ran it 40-plus times, 160 yards. I think L.J. Martin was like 27 carries for 6-something yards. Just, it's a rough go. Bear, before we get into some playoff talk, real quick, what is your favorite play of championship weekend?
I think it is the first half play.
Okay, yeah, it's a great play.
It's a derivative market.
Play.
I mean, it's those things. Well, you want to segue into the playoff discussion? 'Cause
Yeah.
my favorite play of my favorite play of the weekend is just Miami to make the playoff. I think you can get right around plus 430, somewhere around there. It's down to right now. Look, it is my belief that when BYU loses, if BYU loses, you're going to have Notre Dame and Miami right next to each other on that board in the committee room, and all the ex-coaches and the administrators that are in there are ultimately going to say, okay, at this point, it's too hard to overlook. They won the head-to-head battle. Every other metric, they're incredibly close. Every time in college football playoff ranking history, you've had 2 teams with identical records, and Team A beat Team B. Team A was ranked ahead of Team B in the final college football playoff stand game. And right now, Miami and Notre Dame, it's the exception. And I don't know if the committee wants to go down that road of having a team that lost the head-to-head battle be ranked ahead of the other one. Like,
No, it's crazy.
Notre Dame's case is based on we have quality losses, and one of those quality losses was the head-to-head game against Miami, and we're better now. Okay, well, Miami's better now too. In that game, Miami had 8 new defensive starters. It was Corey Heatherman's first game as defensive coordinator. Malachi Toney played his first college game, and now he has emerged as one of the best all-around weapons in college football. And Gerard Pringle, their running back, who's now their go-to guy in the backfield, he didn't play it down in the game. So Miami's playing better now too. The committee said they wanted to see more balance and consistency out of Miami, and I would say balance and consistency in blowing out their last 4 opponents, and certainly in a better fashion than Notre Dame did against NC State and Pitt. I think they answered those questions. So I hope I'm right. I expect to be right, and so you can get a nice plus price on Miami right now. And people have been saying, well, Notre Dame's such a big favorite to get in. Think back a couple of years ago, and I know this is a fact because I bet it and remember the lines. Like Sunday morning in 2023, Florida State was a massive favorite to make the college football playoff. And those who could kind of see the forest through the trees and the people pounding the table that if you're taking Texas, you got to take Alabama, or I'm taking Alabama, who's the SEC champ. You got to take Texas, who beat them head to head. And Florida State doesn't have Jordan Travis, and they're not the same team. The committee had an out. And I think the same thing here with the committee and having the head-to-head out will ultimately be the strongest difference maker there. And I think ultimately it will flip come Sunday.
You sold me, Bear. I'm going to put in a big boy. I'm getting my nut back, boys,
go.
okay?
Let's go.
It's been a bad few months, but Bear's about to bring me back to life. Bear, thank you so much, man. Kick ass on tomorrow's call. Thank you for joining us, as always. You know we love you, and the fact that you make time for us every Friday here on Wake Up Barstool means everything.
My pleasure.
So have a great
I love
day.
doing this.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Go,
dude.
Bear.
Happy holidays.
Fucking ball.
Castle
yeah,
tickets
we
for
love
us,
you, man.
Bear.
We love you.
All right, Bear,
Take care,
take it
buddy.
easy, brother. Have a good one. Coming up next, speaking of playoffs, let's talk to a potential playoff head coach as Vanderbilt's Clark Lee will join the show, and it's all on Wake Up Barstool next on FS1. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool on FS1. Look, I say it every day, but it's because we have an incredible production team, incredible guest bookers. We get to talk to coaches and players that I never get to talk to in the past. And right now, add him to the list. I'm so excited to talk to Vanderbilt head coach Clark Lee. Coach Lee, what's going on, babe? How we doing today?
Good, man. I'm better because I'm with you guys.
Hell yeah. So I want to talk to you about something that goes back a few years when you got the Vanderbilt job. And then we'll get into all the recent drama and how y'all are getting screwed over and it pisses me off and everything like that. But when you got this job, you made headlines when you talked about, we're going to make this place into a national championship contender. And all of us, I was doing local Baton Rouge radio at the time, we all sit around, we kind of smirk. We're like, look, we love Clark, fullback. He's got the right energy, but that's never going to happen. And well, joke's on me. Because here you sit 10-2, as good as anybody in the country, what I believe should be the Heisman favorite under center. Coach, how, what has that journey been like? Did you really believe it? Did you really believe it when you said it, and now you've made it happen?
I did. I mean, I wouldn't say it unless I believed it. And I think, to be fair to everyone who judged me in that moment, which, that's part of it too. Like, I'm not a whole lot different than my quarterback. There's a huge chip on the shoulder, and the more people that doubt you, kind of the hotter the fire burns to prove them all wrong. And so at the time I said it, I knew we were going to do it. I don't know that I actually understood what the path through was going to be. It took some time to understand a little more about the what the journey was going to actually entail and where we needed to pivot and grow and where I needed to change and understand a little more about what my role is and how to do it effectively. But, smart people figure things out. And we kept at it. We believe in the bones of this place, man. This is a top 20 school in Nashville, Tennessee, playing in the SEC. And for the first time in the program's history, I've got a chancellor and athletic director that are so aligned in the vision that I have for this program's success. And when the people above you are clear in the path for you to achieve and accomplish, it's going to help and it's going to allow for it to go eventually. And so that's what's happened here. And again, it's not without change and growth and me evolving and us pivoting, but it feels really good to be at this point.
Well, and all of a sudden, Coach, it's now certainly anytime you transition from a quarterback, that's always going to be a that's a big test. It's kind of a big moment, and how do you handle that? But you can see now the plan in place. They're like, oh wait, no, Vanderbilt can't sustain this. And one of the reasons why is in this new era, I don't know if it's combined with the city of Nashville exploding, maybe the cool factor of Pavia. I mean, you just flipped the #1 quarterback in the entire country. It seems as if, because you said the alignment, the investment, celebrities on the sideline, like y'all have completely changed how the country views the brand of Vanderbilt football.
It feels like it happened overnight, and the truth is this has been a slugfest over 5 years.
Yeah.
I think, and that's typically how these things go, right? Is what you see on the surface happens really quickly, but what happened under the earth took a lot of time. Without Diego Pavia, I don't think we move as fast as we moved this past season. This was a 2-year journey here for him. He's left an incredible legacy in this program. He will leave one when he takes the final snap, and that's been helpful, I think, too. We in this city, which is such a great sports city, we're kind of ascending where our pro sports teams have been a little middling, and so Diego's become probably the most popular sports figure in our city, and that has shown the potential here. It's kind of revealed what this can be for players that want to play on kind of professional stages with the kind of attention you get when you're playing for the Titans or you're playing for the Packers or whatever the case may be. So he's kind of revealed what this looks like at the highest of levels. And it's been fun to get the Nashville community, which has got a lot of talented artists and a lot of talented people here. It's been fun to get them engaged with it too. And like you said, I mean, this is the part where we have to fight for sustainability, and success is never linear. So this isn't about, something that's going to be easy from this season to next season, but we feel like we have the ingredients on this roster. If we retain the right people, if we can grow it again in this recruiting class, which we have, and in the portal haul, which will happen in January, that, this is something where we can pick up where Team 5 leaves off and keep this thing rolling, pull the momentum forward.
Yeah, and it's crazy to me, Coach, that you sit here and I always think back, maybe this was like 03, or the year when Auburn went like 13-0 in the SEC, didn't get a chance to play for a national championship. This year's Vanderbilt team feels the most like that in terms of, I just took it as an understood, self-evident truth that if you would go 10-2 in the SEC, you would make a 12-team playoff. Y'all had 4 ranked wins during the season. Y'all finished the season on an absolute tear. What an exclamation mark, dominating Tennessee in Knoxville in front of that crowd. And yet, it just doesn't seem like the committee has a lot of respect for the resume. I hate that we don't let the actual football decide. We talked to Coach Sataki about this as well. Where do y'all find, what is the committee telling you? Like, where is the problem with what Vanderbilt's done this year?
Well, you hear the same message as I hear, which is just, it seems like every week the goalpost moves and the process changes. Look, obviously what we are living through right now is the evolution of a flawed system, and we're on the wrong side of that, and I'm frustrated by it, and I'm going to turn my attention to help change it and progress it as we go into the off season. Like you said, this was kind of my thought in general is a 10-2 SEC team should be in the playoff. And if you look at what we've done, we're undefeated at home.
Yep.
Our 2 road losses come at Alabama, at Texas, both games that we were in the fourth quarter in different ways. But it's also about a team that's evolved through the year too. Like, I'd love to play those games again, because we changed and evolved. We pivoted this season, and it showed up late after that Texas game. We erased a deficit against Auburn. We win that game in overtime by a close margin. And then we locked 3 phases into place and closed our home schedule out with 2 dominant performances, one on the road against rival Tennessee. And, it's just, what game do you want to play here? It's like, how did Texas perform against Kentucky versus how we performed against Kentucky? How did Oklahoma perform against Tennessee versus how we performed against Tennessee? But if you want to discount the teams that we beat, because every time we beat them, you move them out of the top 25, then you're going to make it impossible for us to get in. So ultimately, this team deserves to be in it. This team deserves a chance to win a national championship. I will tell you, college football deserves to see Diego Pavia in this offense on the biggest stage under the brightest of lights. And it is a shame that we have a system that's going to reward automatic bids to conference champions who have no business, other than the system allowing for it, to be in this playoff. And again, that is not to be disrespectful to anyone, but at the end of the day, how can you look at a 10-2 SEC team and take a 10-2 team from a Group of 5 league and say that we're comparing apples to apples? It doesn't make any sense. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm frustrated with the committee because they had opportunities to fight for this program. And I believe that if it were blind resumes, and I also believe if we didn't have this week-to-week release of the top, CFP top 25, if we just did it all at the end and say, hey, let's get in a room and figure this out, I think we'd have a way better chance. But the blind resume part of it has got to be factored in because, again, because of our logo, we're somehow discounted. We're somehow held back. When we win a game, somehow the team that was favored in the game, we were the underdog, they were favored. Somehow they drop out of the top 25. It's not right. It'll get fixed. But, obviously I'm really frustrated about it as I sit here this season.
Coach, you're wearing the hat right now, the Heisman hat. Obviously, Diego Pavia has just been one of those players that has resonated with the entire country. He's one of those players like Johnny Football that will be remembered for more than just football. He's just one of the guys that has changed the culture for your team. And just from a stats perspective, has been awesome, has played a tough schedule, and has just, really, really shown that he can be a serious Heisman contender. Why don't you give your case for why he should be the winner at the end of the day?
Well, he's the best, he's the best player in the country. There's no doubt about that. I've been joking. It's like, we need some extra cargo space on the trip up to New York because I got 1,000 extra yards that I'm toting up there. Do we want to go by ground or do we want to go by air? Because he's the best in both. It's like I don't know how you can look at it. I mean, if you talk about how he's impacted a winning program, a 10-2 program, first 10-win season in program history on the back of his effort as he's galvanized an offense. Now, look, he'll be the first to tell you that this is a team effort. He'll be the first to tell you about his offensive line and his offensive skill. And that also is what makes him the Heisman winner. He is so humble in his process. He's grateful for the people around him. He is a great teammate, and he's made our team better. And so if this award goes to the best football player in the country, it is Diego Pavia, and there is no argument. There is no case otherwise that I can listen to, because I've watched this guy transform a locker room, transform a player-driven leadership here, transform our performance on the field, and on top of that, statistically, he has all the numbers that you need. He is at the top of the list in all those categories. And so, which way do you want to look at it? Is it again, as a competitor and the mindset and the toughness and how he's impacted a team? He has it. Is it the numbers, passing, rushing, touchdowns accounted for? He has it. And so to me, it's not close. And I hope everyone who loves this game and has paid attention recognizes this and honors him with this award.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. Been saying it for weeks now. Pavia is the Heisman choice. I don't know what will end up happening, but he's the best player. Coach, so I hope that, because it's so ridiculous that in college football, second biggest sport in America, that we just inject all this subjectivity into it, right? And I know Pavia, from talking to him the other day, I know from some news that we're going to get into with y'all recently, like, that man would play anybody, anywhere. He's down. Like, let's just settle it on the field. And maybe one day we could get that, where, like, this same weekend, 3-6 and 4-5 in the conference would be playing for a spots, and the buys matter. But there were rumors recently that y'all were seeking out a 13th game to kind of make a statement here. Can you give us any insight into that?
Well, it's true. I mean, I told the players on Tuesday when we met, I just said, have your bags packed and be ready. And this call could come at any point in time. And I've said publicly, I mean, anybody that they want us to play, and we'll go there. We'll go to Utah. We'll go to Miami. We'll go to Notre Dame to play them, because we believe in our team. And again, if it gives us an opportunity to fight for I mean, just here's the thing. Every team in the country wants to win the national championship. That's what we set the course to do. January 7th, 2025, we got together for the first time as a team and said, this is our goal. And now we sit here having done the things that we felt like we needed to do to position ourselves to have a chance to fight for it. And, we're being held off by subjectivity and moving goalposts with respect to what hurdles need to be cleared for an SEC team to get into the tournament. So, to me, if you gave me a chance to play, I'm going to go play. I bet on my team. I believe in this group. I want to give them every opportunity. And the cool thing has been, that could certainly be a coach's mindset, but this is our chancellor's mindset. This is our athletic director's mindset. And look, we've done all we could to find, what is the location that allows us to get a 13th game exempt and all those things, and gone through the logistics of it. It's not going to happen, but it's not because we haven't tried to make it happen. And that's just because we believe in who we are and we believe in what we can do. And man, there's nothing that excites me more as a competitor than putting the ball down and playing the game. And I swear to you, like, how cool would it be to fly two teams to Puerto Rico, put the ball down in whatever stadium, and just have at it. Like that to me is what it's all about. And my hope and the effort I'll put into this off season, there's so many competing interests here in terms of, how do we determine the schedule? How do we determine the playoff format? What we have to do is get rid of these systems that somehow provide safety or, guarantees. It's like, no, there should be the 12 or 16 most deserving teams in the playoff. That should not be subjective. We have to develop systems and engage systems that make it very objective.
Yep.
And I'm excited to be a part of those conversations this offseason. I hate that it's come at the expense of this team, because this team deserves a chance to play for a national title. But we have to move this thing forward so that a year from now, hopefully, or 2 years from now, this weekend will be putting the ball down. Now, maybe it doesn't have to be in parking lots, or back alleys. We can do it in stadiums that are full and in front of fans that care a lot about, their teams. But that's the goal. And man, when we get to that point, I think there will be nothing better for the sport.
Real quick here, Coach, just because we've kept you long, and I can't thank you enough for the insight, how open you've been with all this. Would you say that the game not being played was more of a logistical hurdle or more of a not finding a willing partner?
Well, I want to be respectful because, there are teams that obviously aren't on the outside looking in right now that have a chance for dominoes to fall, that would have more at stake in that game or more to lose, I guess. We have everything to gain. And so to be respectful of that, the logistics are challenging. It's very easy. Look, I'm a football coach, so I can find a plane, I can find a field, and I'll have my team there ready to go. But obviously there are tons of layers to that with respect to conference, approval and NCAA approval, and to try to change a system in the week that you're trying to play is just that's a high bar to try to clear. So look, I don't I'm not offended by the fact that we couldn't get it done. What I love is, from top down, again, from our chancellor's been working on this, our athletic director's been working on this. Sometimes as a coach, man, you come in and it's like, I want to do it. And you may want to do it, but hey, wait a second, hey, pump the brakes. I walk in to my office the other day, and out in the little lobby there, I've got our director of compliance sitting in there working. This is on Tuesday, working on a plan to get us to a game in Puerto Rico. What an unbelievable statement that is.
That's awesome.
About the attitude of this department, the attitude of this program, the attitude of this university. We want to be disruptors. And when has Vanderbilt become the young, hungry, scrappy, punchy place? Well, that's what we are, man. And I love that. We'll take that wherever they tell us to go. I'll hold out hope for the playoff, but if it's not to be, then we're going to go put our best game on film in whatever bowl game they send us to.
Vanderbilt head coach Clark Lee, the absolute man, fired me up, fullback attitude, never dies even if the position has died in some ways. I'm sorry, Coach.
That's right. Hey, for the benefit of the game too, by the way.
Coach Lee, cannot thank you enough, man. Best of luck with everything. Hopefully Diego gets to lift that trophy, and thank you again.
Hey, appreciate you guys. Y'all be well.
Yes, sir. Coach. Vanderbilt head coach Clark Lee. God, what a guy. Just put the freaking ball down, dude.
Spot the ball, baby.
Spot the ball.
Spot the ball, you nerds. Also, pretty respectful way of handling it, basically saying that, no, these other teams didn't want to do it. But I mean, I get it. All right, when we get back, Dana's going to take us to the classroom. He's going to educate us a little bit. We're going to talk a little hoop. Coming up next here on Wake Up Barstool.
Association.
It's time for another Wake Up Barstool around the office. And 'tis the season, therefore, real tree or fake Christmas tree? Let's find out. Double Danny's here. All right, boys, Christmas is here. Are we real tree or fake tree people?
Real tree, and if you can, cut it down yourself. That's always fun.
Hell yeah.
Man, give me that fake stuff all day, every day. I don't want my house smelling like pine sol. I got to clean up everywhere after. This isn't the wilderness lands. It's your living room.
What's your best cut down a tree memory?
The first time as a kid when you make it fall, you're using a little bow saw, and it takes forever, especially when you're a young kid, and then the tree finally falls. Christmas magic,
Grow up, Danny.
No,
piece of
I had way more fun lugging it from Home Depot into my house. That's how real men are built. It takes more to carry it than to chop it down.
I've been a fake tree guy my whole life, but I'm going real tree this year, and fake tree and pine-scented candle for the fake tree, so it smells like a Christmas tree where you put the fake tree.
I'm here with Cam Newton. Cam, Christmas is upon us. Real tree or fake tree?
So I grew up in a fake tree household because I had a cat in the house, and I don't know if the other animals would, but the cat would eat the tree, and that would cause irreparable bowel movements on a real tree. So we were a fake tree household growing up my whole life. I get the appeal of a real tree, though. I like the smell.
You're saying the real tree was just everywhere?
I think the real tree would cause the cat to have issues.
Okay.
So we were a fake tree household.
Real tree or fake tree?
real tree. Fake trees are just tacky. If you're going to do it right. That's my opinion.
What's your best memory of chopping down a real tree?
One year, unfortunately, we stole one because we got there after hours and there was no one there. So my dad said he left a $100 bill as a donation, and I don't think he actually did. And it's been haunting me my entire life. I was probably like 10.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, shout out White Sox Dave. Turns out, though, almost everybody in this office is fake tree.
I'm a real tree guy.
Me too.
I used to work on a tree lot.
Yeah, that's such a grind. That had to be brutal. Hey, guys, PSA, tip the tree lot guys, okay? They're grinding in the freezing cold. All right, now it's time for some hoops.
Woo!
Professor Dana Beers. Professor Beers is going to take us into the lab. Dana, teach us about this wonderful sport of basketball.
Boys, I just want to say this, all right? You can like any sport you want. You can enjoy any sport you want. I like them all.
Yeah.
However, if I were to choose one, it would be basketball. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I know I'm in a room of football guys and gals.
That's my favorite sport growing
I
up.
love the NFL. I love college football, but if it came down to it, I'm a basketball guy. That's how I was born. Now, I hate to tell you this as well. There's going to be a day soon, in a couple months, where we wake up and there's no football.
I know.
I hate to tell you
I know
that.
it's true.
So I'm here to prime you a little bit early to make sure that you are prepared for that day.
Okay.
And to know what's going on just a little bit.
Yeah.
So when that day comes, that you're ready to talk a little bit of hoops.
But Professor Beers, I don't want that day to come.
Nobody wants the day to come when there's no football. But I'm just trying to get you guys ready for it. All right.
You look like a stud in that picture.
God, I do look hot. Yeah. I look hot. Wait, I got to get out of the
Don't
way.
cover yourself, Dana. I was supposed to say.
So let's start with the number one story in the NBA right now. Put it up on the screen. The Oklahoma City Thunder. Did you know this? They're a historically great team right now.
Did they win it last year?
They won last year, the NBA Finals. When Tyrese Halliburton got hurt, we don't know if they would have won without, or when Halliburton was in the game or not. Right now, I believe they're 22-1. Okay?
Damn.
And blowing teams out. And they didn't have their second best player for, I think, 17 of those games.
Is it Holmgren, the second best player? Who's the second best player?
Jalen Williams has been hurt, and he's back now. But they have been at a historic pace. They are blowing teams out, and they're going to be really good for a long time because they have a lot of draft picks.
Well, and as I understand the Thunder, and Sam Presti's probably been the best GM in the NBA forever now, but they've been the youngest team in the NBA for a while now. They were making, it's been like the journey, right?
Yes.
The climb. So are they now challenging the 73-9 Warriors? What was it? What did the Bulls do?
Look at me, dude.
Do you think they're going to get to that level?
If they keep going how they're going, they can win 74 games. And they are only getting better. They have the Clippers draft pick, and the Clippers are bad for the next 2 years. So this team, these Thunder, that's the number one story right now.
Okay.
Historically great team and only getting better. Number two, we got the Eastern Conference stinks.
Always, dude. Always. It's been my entire adult life.
The Western Conference is extremely competitive. If the Thunder didn't exist, it'd be the Nuggets. It'd be the Nuggets, the best team in the league.
Yeah.
The Eastern Conference is pretty wide open. You have injuries with Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton. We don't know what's going on with Giannis. The Knicks are like, okay. It's pretty wide open in the East, but it's all about the Western Conference. Dominant teams over there. Don't you forget that, Mike.
Okay.
Don't
Put the Pelicans in the East.
Pelicans are horrendous.
Why are we in the West, guys?
West good, East
We're in
bad.
New Orleans.
West good, East bad.
Okay.
Remember that in March. Okay?
Yeah, that's good water cooler talk.
Who is the best player in the world? All right, Katic. I want to give you, if you were to guess, give me the top 3 players in the NBA right now.
Jokic,
Yeah?
SGA,
Yeah?
Oh,
Give me one more.
look at this guy.
and
Lakers.
LeBron James.
No. Big story.
Oh,
Yes,
Luka.
there we go, Megan. Thank you.
All right,
Yes.
so what do you notice about all 3 of those guys? And let me throw another guy, Giannis and Victor Wembanyama.
They can do it all.
All 5 of those guys, what do you notice?
They can drive the basket and shoot.
T-Bob.
International.
International players.
Oh.
Do we have an American player who's going to step up and be the face of the league?
What about LaMelo Ball?
Who's it going to be, boys? Look at that. Who is going to be the face of the league as an American? Right
Zion
now,
Williamson.
Anthony Edwards. Zion.
Yeah,
Zion doesn't play.
LaMelo Ball.
badass.
LaMelo Ball also doesn't really play.
A lot of players don't really play, unfortunately.
Jason Tatum when he's back.
Andrew Nemhard.
But you think about that, Katic. Isn't that like a little bit sad?
Yeah, I don't like that.
SGA's a Canadian.
We got 5 of our best
It's like
players
hockey.
aren't even from
All
here.
the Canadians that are good.
So something to keep an eye on is if we.
It's got to be Ant, though, right?
It's got to be Ant.
I'm with you.
He's got that Jordan in him.
Yeah, he's that great. Well, maybe literally.
All right, number 5. Let's see what we got. What is Giannis' future in Milwaukee? It's crazy. I don't know if you saw the highlight the other night. He just kind of hurt his calf and just got out of the game. Very, very strange timing when he just basically asked for a trade a few days ago. Boys, the NBA, the association, give it a chance.
Okay, how about this?
Give it a chance.
Are the Bucks still paying? And maybe this is Giannis wanted this, so I don't know. Maybe it's his own bed. But the Bucks should have never fired Budenholzer, right?
They don't. They won the NBA Finals in 2021, and they fired their coach the next year. I'll never understand that.
And now they've just been chasing their tail. I mean, Doc Rivers.
Yeah. Katic.
Professor Beers, I have a question, or not really a question. You know what I really don't like about the association?
What's that?
These players, it's all a fashion statement on the sideline.
Fashion statement.
Like every other sport, if you're out with an injury, you wear what everyone else is wearing.
Yeah.
These guys are wearing pink suits on the sideline and wearing fur coats.
You're right.
Wear your team issued gear.
Right. All right.
I don't like that about the NBA.
Don't give him. You're right. This is the most Pittsburgh, Midwest, old school white guy take I've ever heard in my
I'm not
life.
just saying NFL, but everyone wears the team issued gear.
Tuck your damn shirt in.
All right, and let's do.
Better not be painting your nails.
Let's do some quick college basketball.
Oh yeah.
We
See,
got
now this
2
is a
points
blind
here.
spot for me. I love the association.
Freshman class is absolutely loaded. We have Cam Boozer, who's on Duke.
Oh yeah.
We have Adrian DeBansis, Boston kid from BYU.
Oh yep.
We have a bunch of guys, Caleb Wilson at UNC, Koa Pete, Arizona. These guys are awesome. Darren Peterson at Kansas. Keep your eye on them. Dominating right now. And then, right now, the number 1 team in the nation, everyone is saying is Purdue. Is that going to last?
Nope.
Oh, Mikey, Purdue, how's that make you feel?
Stinky butts.
There's a couple teams that can challenge them.
They've never won a national championship.
They look really good. With all these freshmen everywhere, Purdue is more of a. They're led by a senior. They are older.
Professor Beers.
Yes.
Is Indiana a basketball or football school?
Currently, on this day, it's a football school.
Yep, I agree.
Oh, wow.
And Purdue, they could be number 1 preseason, but they've never won a national championship. So we'll see. We'll see what happens at the end of the year.
Boys.
Professor Beers.
Yes.
If I enjoyed this, which I absolutely did, and I wanted to listen to more excellent basketball talk, maybe even specifically college basketball talk, where can I go?
You see those 3 handsome men right below you?
Oh, look at
right
that.
Below
Oh,
me,
my
actually.
God.
Right below me. Mark Titus,
my gosh.
Dana B, and Tate, and also White Boy Rick. Shout out Cody on the booth. Mostly hoops Monday mornings.
I was about to say you guys could look like brothers until you mentioned White Boy Rick.
Yeah, true.
God, he's so
I actually really enjoyed this. Thank you, Dana.
Yeah, so I mean, I just want you guys to get ready because there is going to be a sad day.
Yeah.
We wake up in February and there's no football.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And we're gonna have to swing it to the association.
Okay.
I want you guys to be ready.
Okay.
Go Pelicans.
Go Celts.
Not really.
No,
Tigers.
I don't
Any
know.
questions, Megan?
No, sir, not yet, Mr. Beers, sir.
All right.
Professor Beers.
Professor Beers, sir.
Professor Beers.
Mr. Professor Beers, sir.
Okay.
Let's go. Shout out Beersy, man.
Wrapping up the show, heading into the weekend with a little Skillet special parlay.
Yummy,
Excellent
yummy,
job,
yummy in my
Professor
tummy.
Beta. Let's wrap it up, guys. Yeah?
Wrap it up.
I kind of just said what I was going to say, so let's just go to break. Skillet special parlay on the other side. Welcome back. What's going on, Barstool Sports? So, on my radio show, I would have probably talked about a story like this. So I'm just going to do it here because I can. Because it just blows my mind. Apparently, Netflix is acquiring Warner Brothers at a deal valued at $82 billion. Billion.
How do you even?
How do you even compute that kind of money?
Where is it?
Late
Where
stage,
does it go?
late stage capitalism, baby.
Where does it go?
Out in the nether or something.
Where does that money? How do I get a piece of that?
Just one B.
You guys
I
remember
don't want a B. I want a T.
whenever you had to
1,000.
Yeah.
It's like a trillion.
do you guys remember when you had to physically go to the Netflix
Box?
boxes
Yes.
and get the
Red
movies?
box thing,
I
yes.
feel like I probably gave them at least $1,000
Katic's too young for that.
I went to
DVDs.
Blockbuster.
Really?
No, you
Yes,
didn't.
I used to love sitting in
That's
the
stolen
bro,
valor,
the
dude.
Blockbuster, they would always play, what was the little kid,
What year were you
Alfalfa,
born?
what was that?
Yeah, Little Rascals.
Little Rascals, they would be playing it up in the thing, and I
What
would just
year
sit
were
there
you
while my
born?
mom would grocery shop. We'd be sitting in Blockbuster, watching the movie and picking out a movie.
Was there still the back room in Blockbuster when you went?
I don't know if this is some kind of...
You talking about the porn room?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that got
No, I
taken
was
away.
like,
Generally, I don't remember that at Blockbuster as much as like local video stores definitely used to have a porn
Dude,
room.
it was in the grocery store. My mom would go and shop, and we'd sit in
Oh, you
Blockbuster.
see this, guys? That's called passive-aggressive television production.
Yeah, they just
As
wanted
they
to move
just
on.
Speaking of
jammed the
that,
Skillet special parlay.
They gave me
in.
3.5. It's 4.5.
Hey, yeah, come on, guys. Come on.
Hey.
Here's, guys, your Skillet special parlay plus 1,300 in this bad boy.
Book it.
Megan's got Kentucky basketball plus 4.5.
Oh, well, I meant
Gonzaga.
4.5.
Yep. Dana, what do you got?
Celtics tonight against the Lakers. I believe Luka's not playing, so let's go with the C's.
Wait, Meg, when does Kentucky play?
Saturday.
Okay, I think because every other play here is
Or
Friday.
Today? No, Saturday.
My,
lot of points in the JMU Troy game tonight. Woo, book it.
all right, and then look, Bear, I was already wanting to play this pick, probably a bit biased by me, so beware, but Bear did just tell us that the underdogs in these conference championships, you know, if they're getting less than 3, if it's closer, they're winning almost double the amount they're losing. Give me the green wave and John Sumrall on the way out. Fun thing about why Sumrall and Morris both got new jobs is because, think about it, both their old quarterbacks from last year, Retzloff and Chandler Morris, both played in the conference championship. And yet here their teams are still in there. Have a great weekend, guys. We love you.
Hoosiers!
Hoosiers! Hoosiers!